Now you're probably thinking, what's all this got to do with Robert Burns? We are getting towards it. We're going to the third part. My family were over and they brought us a present. Martina and I say that us now getting quite good at this, a few plus points. And it was a painting from a scene from one of Ravi's most famous poems. It's probably known as his masterpiece. And this kind of led me back to the bookshelf and the book. And then I opened up the book and I started to read into the poem. Within the first 5 lines, he's used the word nappy twice. And I thought, great, a poem about drinking. This is good. This I want to present at the Burns Supper. Only problem being, I read on and I read on and I read on, and it goes on for something like 230 lines, which is quite challenging, 230 lines in Old Scots. And so the original idea was I'll do it in 10 parts. Well, not really 10 parts. And then I thought, there's no guarantee I'm going to be here in 10 years. And then I thought 5, and then I thought 4, and then I thought 3, and it was quite addictive actually reading this. You know, it was a kind of addiction like, I don't know, some of the gentlemen in the room know this addiction when you're sitting at home with a bottle of whiskey. If you're looking for a good bottle of whiskey at a very good price, Mr. Grunwald, Grunwald is our butcher and whiskey expert here. Yeah, you sit at home with the idea of opening a bottle of whiskey and having 1 glass. It might be a bottle of wine for some people. And then 1 glass turns into 2, and then 2 turns into... That sort of addiction, the ladies might know it with the box of chocolates. You eat chocolates and open the box of chocolates with the idea of having 1 chocolate, and 2, and then 3, and then 3 hours later you're lying stuffed on the sofa with it. It was that sort of addiction. So what I kind of worked out and decided to do, I'm going to do this in 2 parts. We're going to do part 1 this evening, and then if it goes down alright we'll do part 2 next year. Question, how many people in the room intend to be breathing at this time next year? This, I'll rephrase this, that wasn't very convincing. I'll say it again. For all the people in the room, yeah, sitting here, that intend to be breathing on the 21st of January 2013, hold up your glasses. And after the count of 3, we are going to shout out the name Robert Burns. Okay, so we'll go 1, 2, 3. Robert Burns! Well done, that's good. That was a wee bit better. I'm very happy about that we're going to all be alive at this time next year, and that should have woken up a few of the dead spirits. So, that's what kind of inspired me to this here this evening, and now I'm going to do a wee thing. I've changed a wee part in this part 1 bit. I've changed a wee part. Towards the end of part 1, I brought in a wee bit for Mike the Pipe. And in doing this, Mike has been our piper for many years. The Munich Caledonians, comes to the Caleys, does lots of stuff for us, and we're very, very grateful to him. And because of that, I've brought him into this story. And in doing this, I don't want to offend anyone alive or dead. Okay? So we know this, there's no meanness meant. So, here we go. Well, I present a tale called Tam O'Shanter. I don't know if you know this, it's a biggie. Right, okay. So, when Chapman Billies leave the street and truthy neighbours meet, as market days are wearing late and folk begin to tack the gate, while we sit boozing at the nappy, getting full and unco happy, we think nae in the lang Scots miles, their mossies, waters, slaps and stiles that lie between us, under hame where sits our sulky, sullen dame, gathering her brows like gathering storm, nursing her wrath to keep it warm. This truth fond, honest, Tam O'Shanter, as he fair a night did canter, all dare a town where nae surpasses for honest men and bonny lassies. O Tam, hast thou but been sae wise, and taken thine wife's Kate's advice? She told thee weel thou was a skillin, a blethering, blustering, drunken blellum, that fae November till October, a market day thou wasna sober, that ilka melder wi the miller, thou sat so long as thou had siller, that every night was cad a shoe on, the smith and me got roaring foo on, that at the Lord's house, even on Sunday, thou drank wi Captain Jean till Monday. She prophesied that late or soon thou would be found deep drowned in Doon, or catched by warlocks in the murk, by Alloway's old haunted kirk. Ah, gentle dames that gars me greet, to think how mony counsels sweet, how mony lengthened sage advices the husband fae the wife despises. But to our tale, a market night, Tom had got planted, uncle right fast by an angle, blazing friendly, with reeman swats and drank divinely. And at his elbow, suitor Johnny, his ancient trusty, truthy crony, Tom loved them like a very brother. They had been fou for weeks together. The night drove on with sang and clatter, and aye the ale was growing better. The landlady and Tom grew gracious, with favours secret, sweet and precious. The suitor told his queerest stories, the landlord's laugh was ready chorus. The storm without might rear and rustle, Tom didn't mind the storm, a whistle, care, mad to see, a man sae happy, ere drowned himself among the nappy, as bees flee in with lads a treasure, the minutes wend their way with pleasure. Kings may be blessed, but Tam was glorious, o'er all the ills of life victorious. But pleasures are like poppy spread, ye sees the flower, its bloom is shed, or like the snow falls in the river, a moment white then melts forever, or like the borealis race, they flit ere you can point their place, or like the rainbow's lovely form, vanishing amid the storm. No man can terror time nor tide, the hour approaches, Tam on ride, that hour a night, black arch the keystone, that dreary hour he mounts his beast in, and sick a night he takes the road in, as near poor sinner was abroad in. The wind blew as 'twad blown its last, the rattling showers was on the blast, the speedy gleams the darkness swallowed, loud, deep and long, the thunder bellowed. That night a child might understand, the deil had business on his hand, well mounted on his greymare meg, a better never lifted leg. Tam skelped on through dub and mire, despising wind and rain and fire, whilst holding fast his gid blue bonnet, whilst crooning o'er some old Scots sonnet, whilst glowering round with prudent cares, lest bogles catch him unawares. Kirk Alloway was growing nigh, where geese and hoolits nightly cry. By this time, there's more. By this time he was crossed the ford, where in the snow the chapmen smored, and past the birks and meikle stain, where drunken Charlie bracknecks bane, and through the winds and by the cairn, where hunters found the murdered bairn, and near the thorn aboon the well, where Mungo's mother hanged herself. Before him Doon pours all his floods, the doubling storm roars through the woods, the lightnings flash from pole to pole, near and more near the thunders roar, while glimmering through the groaning trees, Kirk Alloway seemed in a blaze. Through ilka board the beams were glancing, and loud resounding mirth and dancing, inspiring bold John Barleycorn. What dangers thou hast made us scorn. We tip in aye, we fear nae evil. We usk we ba, we'll face the devil. We're nearly there. The swats, sae rind in Tammy's noddle, Fair play, he cared no deals a borrow. But Maggie stood right there, astonished, till by the heel and hand admonished, she ventured forward on the light, and woe, Tam saw an uncouth sight, warlocks and witches in a dance, nay, Cotillion, brent new for France, but hornpipes, jetstra, spays and reels, put life and metal in their heels. A winnock bunker, in the east there sat our Mike, in shape of beast, a towsy tyke, red-haired and large. To give them music was his charge. He screwed the pipes and gat them skirl, till roof and rafters all did dirl. Coffins stood round like open presses that shot the deed in their last dresses, and by some devilish cantrip slight, each in its cold horn held a light, by which heroic Tam was able to note upon the holy table. A murderer's banes and gibbet airns, twas spang lang wi uncrisset bairns, a thief new cutted, free the rape, wi his last gasp, his gab did gape. 5 tomahawks wi blood red rusted, 5 scimitars wi murder crusted, a garter which a babe had strangled, a knife a father's throat had mangled. His own son, o life bereft, the grey hairs yet stuck to the heft. 3 lawyers' tongues turned inside out, with lies seemed like a beggar's pillout. Priests' hearts rotten, black as murkly, stinking, vile in every nuke, with mere a horrible and awful, which even to name would be unlawful. Thank you.